opening kickoff.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now, saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Now it's Nix. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A great play there. 51 yards. And the Broncos march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that was a designed run. Now remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Well, now they'll try the end around. The 20. 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 42 yards. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, 73 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 38 now, here's second down and 2. Now it's Jackson. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Hey, Alpha, it's hot! It's hot! Go ahead.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 36. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23. Gain of 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Jackson now. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop for 20 seconds to go in the first half. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
But Nick Bonito not letting him escape there. He was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Nix from the shotgun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't...
This is intercepted.
And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
To throw is Nix.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Off the play fake, here's Nix.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Sacked on the corner blitz by Marlon Humphrey.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Okay, ready? Set, ready, go!
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Throwing Nix.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down.
That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Nix. This is caught. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear?
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. Be so sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance to the turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Angela got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And we're underway here in South Philly. Britton Covey now on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Great, set.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it for 4 yards on the game's first play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Barkley. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he'll be taken down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll run it here with Saquon. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Hardy now with the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Second down and 8. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On third down, Jackson. He gets that to the veteran, Aguilar. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. A give right up the middle to Henry. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions.
That'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Room to run past midfield. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A run with Barkley. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
73. Tiger Hornet.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Great. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. Aguilar able to make the catch. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Again, it's Jackson. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? To the air one more time with Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some space opens as he's brought down following that gain of 6. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And this is going to be an Eagles first down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37. Just the lone touchdown in that first half of action. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the 3rd quarter begins. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Hey, report.
Now an option here, left side. And he'll take this forward for about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Jackson. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he's in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. For the return, here comes Brady. And he's going to take this one coast to coast. 96 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Andrews. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. This throw right is taken in by Fowler. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Jackson now. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Jackson up top again. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Pistol formation with Jackson. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He'll find Aguilar, complete. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing Jackson. He's got it inside the 5. And he will score. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
That ties the game at 14.
2nd and 14.
14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's a handoff to Barkley running left. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, mark it at the 31. A massive play here. Late, tie game, third down. That's taken in by Dotson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. Two minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now on second and long.
63, 63, 63. Hey, 73, 73.
They'll drop to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
And they'll throw here with Hurts. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Here comes Barkley. He won't gain a lot of traction there. Down only to the 24. Second down, 8 for the first down. Barkley. And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.